Hi, everyone who's joined us. John is coming onto the live, joining us very soon. Great to see everyone logging in. It's awesome. Good to be back. John, he's here, the man, the myth, the legend.
Brianna, what's happening? How are we?
We're good, we're good. Well, thanks for everyone who's joining in. This is great. We're getting a few views. So yes, this is In the North Reimagined. We're back for Basketball Queensland's podcast, now as a live as well. So yep, hello from there in Australia. Love it. Feel free to keep commenting in. We're going to try and make it more interactive because, John, I remember that's something you really wanted to do with this and, you know, with previous seasons.
Yeah, it's awesome to have everyone joining us live. We got some awesome guests lined up for you tonight. It's going to be a really, really great start to the season. It's the NBL season. It's the WNBL season, coming off the back of the inaugural NBL 1 North competition, which was amazing. Really good to have everyone joining us live. Please, if you do have any questions for us or any of our guests tonight, definitely let us know in the comments, and we'll make sure that we ask those questions if they're appropriate, okay? Only appropriate ones only.
Only appropriate ones. We love it. That's great. And look, don't mind me. I'm just adding our fabulous guest.
I have the worst line.
Steph, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Sorry, I was at a team Christmas party and I am in the car with my excellent lighting, so I apologize.
Hey, we love the dedication. This is it. Coming through clutch for us.
It's interesting.
We get lots of love hearts, so the lighting's good enough. The lighting's good enough. And look, I've sent an invite to Lamar, so hopefully he'll be joining us very soon. That's right. We've got the fabulous Steph Reid from Townsville Fire and Lamar Patterson from Brisbane Bullets. So some big guests for us tonight.
Stephanie, I wanted to ask you, though, I know you guys have only really had one game so far, but the first thing I really want to ask you is, how was the preparation for you? Obviously, you had the season up in Townsville in NBL 1 North, but how was the prep and how'd you feel going into that opening round?
Yeah, we had a really long preseason, so we were pretty lucky. We had 10 weeks. Some would call that lucky, some would call that an extremely long preseason. We were definitely itching to get on the court together when we got to Adelaide, but I think we were really prepared. You know, Monique came in out of quarantine only Sunday, like last week before the game, so we were really fortunate to have her for a few trainings, and yeah, we were excited. I feel like we were pretty prepared for round one.
And
just a quick update. I'm just going to jump in quickly. Turns out the version we've got on Basketball Queensland can only allow 3 guests at a time. So I'm going to message Lamar and let him know that we'll chat with Steph and then jump on with him as well.
All right, sounds good. Steph, I imagine, though, you're playing for your coach in the NBL 1 and now in WNBL. Do you have the same sort of preparation going into the season with the NBL 1 North competition and then into the WNBL?
Yeah, pretty similar. I think it was really good to keep that consistency. I'm really grateful that I was able to work with Shannon for the whole year. Yeah, I think in terms of like having the same strength and conditioning program, having individuals with Shannon constantly throughout the week, and then being able to carry the system over, I feel like, especially as a point guard, it was a real advantage and something that I was really fortunate to do. So yeah, it was pretty similar preparation in that sense, I would say.
Same sets, same everything? Do you have to learn anything new?
Oh yeah, we had a lot of different plays obviously coming into WNBL. You know, for NBL 1 we didn't have a true 5-man for a lot of the year, so we played a lot of small ball, and you know, it's nice to come back and play with some bigs again in WNBL. So yeah, definitely some play tweaks, but yeah, it's been really good.
And you talk about some of those bigs. You have a few imports as well, which is good to see. I know COVID obviously affected everything for you previously in the season before. So what's the big difference? Is it nice to be able to get back to some sense of normality?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely been good to, like even just to be in Adelaide the other day, it just felt so strange to play an away game after so long. But yeah, having the imports come in and, it's really like it's strengthened our league a lot. It's made some of the matchups extremely challenging, which is exciting. And, it's just going to grow the players here in Australia. So we're really excited for that challenge. And it's really nice to have some, big names. We've got Shug and Monique Billings on our team. So we're extremely fortunate to have them as part of our crew. Mm-hmm.
That's so exciting. It's such a good team, and it must feel like, I mean, clearly you love Townsville. You've stayed there for the NBL 1 North and then here for the WNBL. What teams are you watching out for, though? Who do you think is going to really be your biggest challenge moving forward into the season? Because we're, heading into round 3 this week.
Yeah, good question. I don't know. I think that honestly, the league, it's one of those things where anyone can challenge. I mean, you saw in the opening round, Bendigo came out and beat the Boomers, and Southside just lost to the Boomers. So, it's really one of those things where every given day you're going to have to come out and play hard. I think, we're really trying to just stay focused on every game that we have ahead. So we're just trying to go one round at a time. Shannon's put a really big focus on that for us. So right now, our biggest challenge is going to be Sydney, and then maybe next week it's going to be Southside. So yeah, we're just trying to focus one game at a time and lock in.
What are the goals? I know you guys had some pretty good success in NBL 1 North. I know you didn't go as far as you would have liked. What are the goals for the Fire though in the WNBL?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we want to win a championship. I think that's been our mentality from the start. So, yeah, I mean, we obviously want to focus on every game, one game at a time. But with that, you have the end goal in mind as well. And I think that we've put a really good team together. Shannon has an extremely good system that he's picked everybody specifically for. So we're a team that I think is going to improve every round. We're going to keep, with having more training this year, it's going to be really nice. So, yeah, that's our focus. We want to make sure that at the end we're the strongest team and we can win that championship.
Oh, I love that. And I was really excited when I saw your roster. I mean, it was so good to see, like, some of the best players that we saw play in our NBL 1 North team just get picked in and put into this Fire team. So it's going to be pretty cool to see how you guys, like, grow and progress and exactly what you say, come into your form throughout this season.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to it.
So am I.
That's good. That's what we want, that enthusiasm.
I wanted to ask you though, what do you think about what is it going to take for you guys to win that championship? I know Shannon is quite demanding quite often. I know he loves to make sure you guys are doing the little things and playing defense. What are going to be the keys for the Fire?
I think honestly making sure that we continue to use our depth. I mean, we have extremely good depth, and usually the deepest team wins at the end of the season. And I think that's something that teams will see from us a lot this year is we really do go 1 through 10 with our roster, and everyone's contributing. So continue to utilize that, keep ourselves healthy, and just learn from every single game, win or loss, and just make sure that we peak at the right time at the end of the season. That's
great. And talking about you personally as well. Oh, you go, John.
Sorry, I was going to say there was a question from someone about do you have any tips for people to work out at home, or how can they work on their game at home?
I did a lot of ball handling last year when I was in Victoria during COVID. I think, it's also an underrated thing is when you're at home, watch basketball. I think like the greatest improvements you can have is by actually watching the game. And I think that's something, especially in girls basketball, not a lot of young girls watch it. So, now having all our games really accessible, make sure you watch basketball and really learn from it as well. I think that's something that can really grow kids' games.
Is there anything
definitely when you like you?
Do you watch for anything in particular when you are watching the games?
Well, even when I was a kid, we used to have little homework assignments, and we used to watch a player and see what they do well.
Yeah.
And typically I would always find the point guard. So I grew up watching Christy Harrower, and I would be like, I love this layup that she does. And then I would go out and work on that in my own time. So, you can really find different skills and different things just by utilizing one player, and finding what their strengths and weaknesses are.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And look, speaking of that, you had a pretty great NBL 1 North season. I mean, you were averaging 20 points per game, 6 assists, 5.5 rebounds. So that's no shy season there. Look, heading into your first game, you managed to get 6 points. Talk me through, how did you feel in that first game, and what's your sort of personal goal? for this season?
First game I'll admit I was pretty nervous. I mean, it was my first time starting in the WNBL, and to do it on a season opener, yeah, it was a bit nerve-wracking, but it was exciting. I mean, just going in, it's just about knowing that you're prepared, and I think Shannon does a really good job of making sure we all know that, and he makes sure we know our role as well. So knowing that I got to go in and do what is required of me from the team. So yeah, my focus is to make sure that others are in opportunities to score. So made sure that I knew all the plays and knew what to run for everybody. And yeah, that was my focus going in.
That's good. And that's it. I think that's the thing. If the nerves come down to it, how do you handle pressure? It's like just going back to function and basics and just absolutely. Executing, hey?
Yeah.
That's the challenge of professional athletes. I saw someone in the comments was like, how young do you have to be to play NBL 1 North? I think it's like 16 even. Or do we have some 15-year-olds?
Sorry, my phone dropped.
That's all right.
There we go, we're back.
That's how live it is. Cameras are dropping.
Literally. It was propped up.
I think you can get in as a development player, so pretty young.
Cool.
Steph, I wanted to ask you a question. When you guys were down in Logan, there was a fan dressed up in the full Townsville Fire
yes, she
gear.
was.
I remember this fan.
Yes. That's my little sister. So yeah, she's she's not my little sister, but she is definitely my little sister. She plays for Northside. She's a junior. She grew up in Melbourne, so I've been coaching her for a little while now. And when we moved to Queensland, her family moved up there for work as well. So she's a huge fan. She watches all our Fire games. Big shout out to Izzy if she's watching. But yeah, she gets around it. She's the queen of hype. Yeah, just
I did have to get the photo because it's not too often you see the Townsville Fire hanging out in Logan, so it was definitely a unique thing. It must have been pretty inspirational though, also to have a super fan down in Logan for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely, and she goes all out. Credit to her mum for the costume supplies, but yeah, she definitely goes out. She loves it, and she doesn't care what anybody thinks. And I mean, Logan, it's a very hostile place if you're not from Logan. And yeah, she had a lot of courage to rep that outfit that game. I love it.
Well, I hope she's watching along too with the WNBL. And we've got a heated game coming up this round 3 weekend. We've got the Townsville Fire taking on the Sydney Uni Flames. Woof! Yeah. Going to be hot in the stadium for that one. What's the focuses with that game? What have you scouted? What are you thinking? What are you watching for?
Obviously, we know Shila's going to come out strong. She's an exceptional player, and she was with us last year. And you know that when you play against your old club, you're always going to go hard. Obviously, we've just been focusing. We watched a little bit of their game in the first round, but we're only just recapped our Adelaide game today. So, we'll start to focus on them as the week progresses. I think we really take the approach with games that if we do what we do best, it doesn't really matter. So, yeah, we'll look at them later in the week. We're just going to adjust some things on our end and we'll be ready.
That's it. You'll be ready. I'm very excited to see it all unfold. It's going to be so good to watch.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. It'll be good. It'll be nice to see Shyla again. I haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah. I mean, she was, Queensland back in the day there for a little bit.
Yeah, she did.
Alongside my sister.
Yeah.
There's a cute story where she used to come and have play dates at my sister's place when they were in primary school and they'd go sell cookies at the park. Oh. Love it. Entrepreneurial women, business women.
Love it. Yes, there we go.
Steph, there was a question that just came up in the chat from Ivy. She wanted to know if you've ever played overseas before.
I played in college, so I was over in the States for 3.5 years. So I played at Buffalo University. So Georgia Woolley, actually, a Queenslander, good BQ representative. She's over there at the moment, just hit a nice game winner the other day. So, yeah, we've got some Australians over there at the moment. But, yeah, I was over there for 3.5 years before I came back to play WNBL.
Amazing.
Buffalo's a little different to Victoria, isn't it?
Yeah, and Queensland. Yeah, it's very cold.
And Queensland. Sure.
Freezing.
Oh, that's so awesome. All right. Well, I think we've wrapped up our time with you, Steph. Thanks so much for coming on board. It's been awesome to have a chat.
It's been great.
We didn't even get to ask you about your Christmas party.
Oh, it's
I'll ask her
okay.
about the Christmas party. Then we'll get a delete.
Give us the inside scoop about the party.
Oh, they're all still in there. I should have taken you in to say hi to the whole fire team.
Well,
Yeah, they're all doing presents at the moment. So, yeah, that's just all the girls, the coaching staff, and all the other stuff too. Yeah, so everyone's just catching up. You know, we like to get together. We're pretty family orientated at our club, so make sure that we get together and love it.
That's
yeah,
so
giving us
good.
envy.
Yeah, that's so good to hear, and
Exactly.
I'm so appreciative that you took time out of the Christmas party to join us tonight for the
Oh,
first Instagram
absolutely.
live show.
Absolutely, of
Good
course.
dedication. All right, we'll go on, get in there with the presents. Feel free to end the live for yourself,
Okay,
and then I'll add in Lamar.
all right, well, thank
Good
you
luck
for
this
having me.
Thanks
weekend.
so much. Steph.
See you guys.
Thanks,
See
Steph.
ya.
Who's
Okay, let's see.
Who else do we got in the chat? I see a couple of familiar names. If you guys are in the chat and you want to line any questions up for Lamar, we're going to get him on just in a sec here. I know there's been a couple of people asking to see when Lamar is coming in. We were hoping to have everyone together, and we might see if we could try and sort that out for next time. But I think we got Lamar now. Hey, Lamar.
Hey.
We got it. Lamar, thank you so much for joining us. Sorry about the mix-up earlier.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm glad to be in here with you guys.
I understand that you were getting a little bit of treatment. Was that because the arm was sore after dropping all those buckets the other night?
Nah, we just need to get our weekly touch-up. That's it. A little weekly touch-up. Yeah,
the legs after double overtime.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's been 2 overtime games so far, 2 for 2. Hopefully we don't got to do it again.
Yeah.
How's everything been over in Western Australia at the moment? You guys have been there for almost 2 weeks now.
Yeah, I mean, I've been going to the beach a lot more, but it's all right. But it's just settled in and just kind of just deal with it, you know. Unexpected things happen all the time, so we're just embracing being here at this point.
I think that's a great way to embrace the beach life. I mean, like, I'm jealous. What's your grams to see all my WA travel tips?
What was that?
I said I'll need to watch all your grams to see all the WA travel tips, you know? Where to go, what beaches to hit up.
Yeah. We've been going to City Beach a lot. It's been nice. One of the prettiest beaches I've seen, and I just keep hearing that Perth has all the best beaches. So maybe try to get to a few more of the boys. Yeah.
Lamar, Jamal Robitel was just in the chat. He says that you were probably just playing COD.
Oh yeah. I'm a big COD guy, always. Yeah.
All right. Are you winning squads, or are you taking out solos, or just whatever comes to you?
Yeah. So me and my friends back home, we normally play. So I got to play like different hours of the night, just so I can play with them. But it's a good way to keep in touch with all my homeboys back home, and we get some dubs. We get some dubs on there.
And speaking about dubs, can you talk us through, give us your rundown of what happened on that crazy game on the weekend against the Perth Wildcats?
Yeah, that game was crazy. It was probably like one of my most exciting games to be a part of, and probably my whole career. A lot of big shots. Everyone was just making shots. It seemed like for a good 10-minute span, every shot that went up was going in from on both ends.
No little nap on that bucket.
Yeah, it was crazy. But when you got we got guys like Nathan Sobey, you got Bryce Cotton, Vic Law, myself. It's gonna be fun, you know. A lot of good players. You got Jason hitting big shots. Rob Frank hit the biggest shot of the game. It was just one of those where we needed the ball to bounce our way one time, and it happened at the end. The ball went out on Bryce, and we was able to come up with the win.
Yeah, that's it. And, at your hand as well. So a very exciting win given. Game 3 we're heading into as well. So talk us about that first game as well with the Jack Jumpers, because that was a harder one, new team, sussing out the new landscape there.
Yeah, that was a tough game. Obviously, just getting that first one in the books. Unfortunately, we lost, but Jack Jumpers is a tough team. They're just scrappy. I think they're gonna win a lot of games just by just outworking a lot of people and just being super physical. That's kind of just what they did. They're just a scrappy team. They're gonna be the scrappy team with a bunch, I feel like. But they got good players as well. But they're kind of undersized, so they kind of got to depend on that physicality and just like creating havoc. And I think we kind of didn't attack it the right way going into it. And still, like I don't think we played well. And still was an overtime game and kind of just chalked it down at the end. So, but like that's a good team. The whole league is really good, so it's going to be an exciting year.
I think it's a testament to how good the leagues are that you're going into this overtime, to be honest.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I would like to not have another overtime game though. Like either win or lose, like straight up, you know. So, but it's fun though. It's fun for the fans though.
Yeah. No, it was definitely fun for us watching at home. That's for sure. I spoke to Coach Duncan, though, and he said to me in between the two games, he felt that you guys got a bit outworked in that first game, and he wants to see a little bit more of that grit and grind. Do you feel that difference with Coach Duncan as opposed to years past with this Bullets group?
Yeah, I could definitely see it. I feel like this is probably one of the most talented groups that, like, most talented Bullet team I've been on. Like top to bottom. So like obviously like the expectations from everyone is going to be higher. Like when we're in practice, we're going after, we're getting after it. So just to translate that practice energy onto the court every night is that's going to be the main focus. But like everyone wants to win. Like Coach Duncan, he's got to figure it out. He knows what it takes for us to win, and everyone's just buying into it at the moment. Hopefully we keep buying into it.
Well, you got the big double overtime win in Perth this past week, and now you got Perth again on Friday. What do you think it's going to take for you guys to pick up back-to-back wins in Perth? That's something that doesn't happen all that often.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a fun one again. Perth's a great team. Like I said, they got great players. And for us to get that one on the road, we kind of got a taste of what it takes to beat Perth in their home court. That was my first time doing it.
The jungle.
Yeah, in the jungle. I guess that's what everyone calls it, right? But yeah, like we got a taste of what it takes. Like obviously there's going to be a different game, different expectations. Like Bryce Con's not going to shoot what he shot. And hopefully Vic doesn't shoot what he shot. But these guys are going to be they're good. They're good, well coached. So it's just going to be a fun game. I feel like our guys are going to be ready again. Like we know what to expect. We know that it's going to be physical. It's going to be fun. They're going to be pissed off because we won a game on their home floor.
Yeah.
So it's going to be payback for them. They're going to try to get payback, and we're just going to try to take another one. And it's good that we getting our Perth trip out the way. Like we don't want to come back here. It's a 5-6 hour flight, so we're done with Perth.
That's right.
Yeah, if we can take,
you're gonna have a few more home games coming up.
Yeah, if we can take 2 games from Perth on the road, that's good. Like that's what we want to do, and puts us in a good position.
Yeah, definitely. That'll put them out of step.
Yeah.
And speaking of that 2 home game, first one back this Sunday, Illawarra Hawks. How are you feeling about that one?
I'm not trying to look at it yet. We got like I said, we got to handle Perth.
Yeah, that's
first.
right. We got to focus on it.
We got to handle Perth first. We got to get through that, and then Friday night we'll start worrying about Illawarra.
I'm sure, though, you've got to be looking forward to getting back to Brisbane and playing in front of the home crowd. And Nissan Arena is loud. I mean, comparatively to some of these other places, it's pretty loud in there.
Yeah, absolutely. You always want to play in front of your home fans. That's where all the love's at. No matter what, it's all the support. Like that, obviously we're looking forward to that, but like we want to take it one step at a time, not get too far ahead of ourselves, because that's when you go into a game, especially against a team like Perth, you go into a game and just get going. So we're trying to focus on them right now, and then when it's time, we'll show up for the home crowd.
I like that. I feel like it's real fighter mentality, you know? Like it's just like get ready for your next boxing match sort of feel.
You have to. I've been a pro for a while now, and I know you can't look past any game, because especially a league that is so well balanced like this one. Like anything like can happen. So we don't want to look past a team, especially Perth. Perth is always like historically has been one of the better teams in the league. So this is exciting that we get to get them back to back on our home floor.
Yeah,
Lamar,
definitely.
I wanted to ask you though. A lot has been made about you staying in Brisbane to play in the NBL One North for the Southern District Spartans. How did you find that experience playing for them? But how do you feel it prepared you to come into the preseason and now into the NBL season?
It was good. It was good just to kind of like stay still. Normally, I'm always on the move. If when I leave Australia, I normally go play somewhere else. Like last year was Puerto Rico. Year before that was like China or something like that. So it was good to kind of just stay put and just focus on like myself, focus on the game. It helped out. I was able to just stick around I was in the gym with the Bullets every day, and then the Spartans, like they just embraced me. I was getting to practice with them and playing with those guys, and the NBL one it's like grit. It's like it's just a lot of like hard working players, guys who want to play NBL. So like you kind of like sense it. But it's fun. It was fun to kind of like take a step back and just embrace like basketball again, and that's what I got from the Spartans.
That's awesome. Just the fun for the game and just getting in there to play the game, have fun with it.
Absolutely. Like those guys, like some of those guys were working 9 to 5s and then coming to practice right after. I don't like that's a different type of love. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like normally we'll practice once a day and like we're done for the rest of the day. These guys coming in the gym 7 p.m. with work clothes on, ready to go. Like it was good to see that, you know. And then I was able to watch the women's team a lot and kind of just women's basketball is like they just fundamentally sound. Like they just play the right way all the time. So it was good to watch.
Yeah,
it was good to watch the Lady Spartans play, and they was killing it. So.
Yeah,
they
well,
were
they
a
won
great
out the
team to
season,
watch.
undefeated to the end.
Yeah. That was a tough loss for them, but it was cool. It was good to watch them. Like I was able to get in there before the end of their practice and watch them. So.
That's it. Well, I'm sure the Lady Spartans would love to hear that Lamar Patterson was loving watching their games. And I mean, that's what I love about women's basketball too. It's like, you know, maybe there's less brawn at play, but there's a lot of brains that has to come out there as well. So
Absolutely.
one of the perks.
Definitely, we can definitely learn something on the men's side, how to just be fundamentally sound like them. I feel like we don't run plays the way they do. Their execution is a lot different than ours.
Hey,
Yeah.
Lamar, we do have a question in the chat. They want to know how much of your success is attitude versus talent.
Oh, I love this question.
Attitude versus talent. That's a tough one. Yeah, like knowing that you're talented, that's the attitude part, and being able to just like do some of the things on the court, like where you know your coaches in the background, like, don't do that, but you're like, I can do this. So knocking it down. So obviously having that attitude to do it, but talent is just like you just got to work on your game, you know, and that just gives you the comfortability of being on the court and just doing things and kind of just having that attitude where you can just, all right, well, I know I can knock down this shot. Like, yeah, coach may not want this shot, but I know I can knock it down. So, like, that's kind of just, like, the attitude part of it. Like, all the great players got that edge, that grit, that attitude about them. Like, you look at, like, the late, great Kobe. Like, everyone talks about how his Mamba mentality was pretty much an attitude problem. Like, he thought he was better than everyone else, and that's what he wanted to do, was go out there and prove it. So, and Michael Jordan, LeBron, everyone is like that. But these guys are talented as well, but they put a lot of work in too. So if you put in the work in, you're talented, putting the work in, you can have that attitude on the court for sure.
Yeah, well, they say your greatest strength is your greatest weakness, and it seems like, you know, the Mamba mentality was exactly that, using that, you know, almost a weakness, someone could say, as a strength.
Yeah, absolutely.
As motivation.
Hey, Lamar, how much do you follow college basketball still?
Just on like Instagram. It's tough too, especially in Australia. Like these times is like I gotta wake up at certain hours. I'm like, I don't want to do that, but I try to keep up with Pitt from time to time, and it's like, but I just watch like pretty much like the highlights and like try to follow box scores and stuff.
Yeah, because I asked because Pitt took a big L to my Monmouth Hawks the other day.
To who?
So I just wanted to drop that. I just wanted to drop that one in there for you.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll be all right. we're still trying to figure it out. We got the new coach, Capel, and I think they're being all right. They're getting better every year now, so we'll get back there.
They had a good football season.
Yeah, football season was crazy. Crazy. Yeah, that was absolutely crazy.
Hey, you have a lot of your teammates tuning into this one. I'm going to ask you a question about your teammates, though, right?
Yeah.
We talked about COD earlier. Who are you picking from the Brisbane Bullets to be in your COD squad?
I would
John
say
with the
Jordan won.
questions, people. John with the questions.
I would say Anthony Dremick most of the time, but Drem he plays on a computer.
All right.
And he thinks he's big time for everyone. So I'm gonna.
You got those mechanical keys? What's happening?
So on a good day, I would say Drim. But right now, our DP Tane, I like playing with him. He's a sniper, so it's always good to have a sniper in the group.
There you go. A bit of competition in the team.
And do you play with other players and other guys in other teams also?
Nah, not really. Not COD. Like I said, mainly times I just play with like my friends back home. Vic gets on it from time to time, but most of the time it's just either us, like the Bullets, and then my friends back home.
All right, I had another question then. Speaking of home, obviously you love Brisbane. You stuck around for the NBL 1 North season, playing with Spartans. You're a Brisbane Bullet through and through. Where is home when not in Brisbane?
When not in Brisbane, it seems so long ago. But like I live in Pennsylvania, so like an hour outside of Philadelphia is a city called Lancaster. We're known for like the Amish. I don't know if y'all know about Amish people, but there's a lot of Amish people in my city. But yeah, that's home for sure.
Good pretzels.
Yeah, the Auntie Anne's. Yep.
I gotta get me some good pretzels. Are we talking the big ones?
Whatever you want.
Or little ones?
Whatever you want.
Oh,
you got it.
All right. Well, I'm adding it to my USA travel list.
Yep.
2022, fingers crossed.
Hopefully, right?
Yeah, no, that's right. Well, that's a big question for you too. You know, if borders open and we're all looking good for 2022, what do you sort of see after this season? Do you have any ideas of what your bigger year looks like?
After this season, I'm definitely going home. I know that for sure. I've been here for almost a year now straight. And then after that, no clue. I have no clue. I just kind of just go with the flow, take it day to day. But it's just we'll see. Like if the borders stay open, then it's endless. I could do pretty much whatever I want, but we'll see.
The world's your oyster. That's exciting. 2022, bringing a lot of promise, but I feel like that's everyone's thing. Like literally a day at a time. We'll see what we get. Play it by ear. No one's planning too far ahead these days.
Yeah, especially the Australians. They had it tough, like with borders closed forever, and even like I talked to a few Perth people, and they're just waiting for that date so they can start traveling. So it's been tough. It's been tough for Australia for sure.
Yeah, it's been tough. For everyone. I know that Queensland, the borders are open, so we're
free sign
from
the inside area.
I know you guys will be able to get back into the state, and I know all the Bullets fans are really excited to see you guys come home for the first time on Sunday. I'll be there on the sidelines, and I can't wait to see Nissan Arena packed. I know the Bullets fans have been itching to see you guys live again. Yeah,
absolutely. I can't wait to get back in front of those fans. Like you said, Brisbane's pretty much home, so like those fans are pretty much family. So I'm ready. I'm ready to get back in front of them as well.
Yeah, I'm excited. We got a couple of weeks, back to back of Brisbane games. It's going to be good.
We're not going to have to leave for a while, so I'm happy about that. Feel like we've been only home in Brisbane for 4 days in the past month or something like that. So I'm looking forward to just sitting down and just settling back in for a little while.
Yeah, that'll be good. Well, Rob, the sport.
I know the rest of the Bullets fans can't wait. Lamar, good luck for the game on Friday against Perth. Hopefully for you and the team's sake, it's not an overtime game. And then
back to back.
We'll get to see you in person on Sunday here in Brisbane. We can't wait, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We're on, if we stay the course, we're on our way to a triple overtime game. Hopefully not, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. I know you don't want it, but I mean, with how fired up they'll be and you guys coming to prove yourself again.
Yeah, it'll be a good one for sure. Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you joining us tonight, Lamar. Really do. And best of luck Friday versus Perth.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. See
Feel free to leave. We'll just do our wraps up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll definitely see you Sunday. Thank you again, Lamar.
Yeah.
MVPs in the chat. There you go. A bit of love on the chat line.
A few votes for Lamar as MVP. And I think if he performs like
Already?
he did on Friday night, there definitely is in the cards. He had an awesome game, and the Bullets, to me, that was a great team win for them. You heard Lamar say it; all the different guys stepped up at different times, and Brisbane has some really good opportunities. They have a good opportunity to pick up 2 wins in a row against Perth, and then to come home to play in front of their home fans against Illawarra.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough weekend for them, but like you said, you got to take it one game at a time.
Yeah, there were some great things he said too. I love the fact that he feels like this is one of the strongest rosters they've seen for the Bullets, that he feels like the team's really got all its elements in place, and that he feels like the whole league is just so even. So I just really love the fact that he just loved that game. Like, it was one of his best games, but he said it was one of the funnest, most exciting games he's ever played. So legendary to have that in the NBL.
Yeah, he played. I mean, that's a guy who played in the NBA, who played in big-time college basketball games. It was an awesome game, and it's pretty amazing to hear him say that it was one of his best games ever, one of his most memorable games. So, hopefully for Bullets fans, they can do that again in Perth, and then come home and look to make it 3 in a row against Illawarra on Sunday. I can't wait for this. This is going to be the first game here in Brisbane. I know a lot of people are really excited. I know it's tracking really well. The crowd is going to be loud on Sunday. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. Well, look, thanks to everyone who's been on the live. It's been awesome. So this is our first In the North podcast back. We're going to keep doing this 8 p.m. every Tuesday night. So you can keep joining us, sending your questions. Feel free to send them in ahead of time as well. If you want to, you can just message Basketball Queensland and we'll see them there, or our personal grams, John Guana, Brianna Goodchild. And yeah, we'll just keep chatting everything NBL, WNBL, looking at it through that Queensland twist, and keeping you updated on the NBL 1 North signings as they come through. And I think a little birdie's told me we might have a little bit more information next week on some of the teams. So that'll be exciting as well.
I did see one today from the Brisbane Capitals. Captain Ben Wilson will be back, which is awesome to see.
Hey.
He was one of our first guests on the In the North podcast, so it was awesome to see him coming back to Brisbane. So well done to the Caps and Ben. And yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in live. We loved having that interaction with you guys. So like Brianna said, send those questions in ahead of time or hit us up while we're going. We try and get to as many of them as we can. We'll throw them directly to the guests as well.
Quite the multitasking, isn't it? Looking while chatting.
Yeah. It's so hard to focus when I'm looking right into this ring. I think I'm going to be blind after this.
You're doing well, John. All right. Well, thanks so much, everyone. We're going to end it here, and it'll go up on the Basketball Queensland page anyways if you want to watch it back, or if you missed Lamar or Stephanie Reid as well. She had a great interview for us at the start and missed a Christmas party for it. Legend.
Yeah, that was awesome. I can't wait to see all the Bullets fans at the game on Sunday at Nissan Arena. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll see you again next Tuesday night. Who knows? We'll see what guests. If you have anyone you want us to try and get on, please let us know, too. We'll do our best to bring them in.
All right. Looking forward to it. We'll see you next week. Big weekend ahead. See you, everyone.